What's up, everybody? Welcome back to New Wave Photography. We are here with our first episode for our small business blog, and I'm happy to have the special gentleman as my first guest. You want to introduce yourself?
What's going on, everybody? This is Chris with AMD, Arroyo's Mobile Detailing, based out of Dallas, Texas, and I'm here as a special guest on this wonderful podcast. We're going to talk general life, general business, and how you can get your foot into the mobile detailing industry.
Let's get it. Let's talk about it. Arroyo's Mobile Detailing. First of all, tell us what it is and how long you've been doing it.
So basically what Arroyo's Mobile Detailing is, it's a mobile detailing business here in Dallas, Texas, where we take quality strides onto quality work, quality details, and making sure that you're gonna get pure quality and satisfaction.
Okay, how long you been doing it, bro?
I'm pushing on 2 years. I'm going 2 years on mobile detailing, and it's been nothing but good times, good vibes, and good details.
So what'd you do before detailing? What was your job? Were you working a 9 to 5 or were you independent?
Yeah, I was doing a 9 to 5, man. I was Monday through Friday, overtime, PTO, all that good stuff. I was in the title industry. So it was just like me pushing the paper, me doing the emails, me taking the phone calls, and me greeting the people. And I did that for about 2.5 years. And then before that, I was in sales. I was a sales rep for a Rusty Wallace Honda car dealership, and I did that for about another year and a half.
Okay, so you've always been used to serving the people.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, servicing people, customer service is top tier, and then just understanding the abilities of your job and how you got to perform.
Okay. So in 2023, we all know the last few years been crazy expensive. Like, what makes, like, were you nervous about leaving your 9 to 5 for, I guess you could say, a new blue-collar job?
I was extremely nervous, but also with that being said, I did a lot of planning. I did a lot of writing stuff down about how I'm going to execute and how I'm going to be able to perform at a high level. I studied the game a lot, and what I mean by the game, I studied detailing as far as the marketing, the networking, the performance, because you got to perform out there if you want to get quality money and quality reviews. I live on word of mouth reviews, which is like, it spreads like wildfire. Once you perform a job really well, your neighbors, or the client's going to tell their neighbors, the client's going to tell their coworkers, their family members, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's like a domino effect. And with that being said, every time I perform on a job, I make sure I give 110% because it's going to be a future client for life with them, and then that person can tell the next person, and then the next person. So for sure, 1000%, I got to perform and execute.
What was your motivation to actually transition? Did you just wake up one day and it was just like, hey, this is it?
I feel like as human beings, we all get a call. We get a call from your higher power, the higher Lord, the higher God to execute and perform a vision that you see within yourself. I believe that we all got spiritual gifts, and then those gifts that are given to you by the higher power, and you just gotta take a leap of faith, man. Take a leap of faith. If you see something that you believe in, take it full attack mode, you know what I mean? Execute it, perform, and just take a risk.
What'd your family think about it when you told them, like, hey, I'm about to...
No, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, it was up and down for the most part, but they're all supportive. They see my vision, they see my craft, and they see my work ethic behind what I do, and it's all been love, man. A little head scratching their head. They're like, "Are you sure you want to do this? You want to take that risk?" Like, it's kind of scary, man. It's scary, being an entrepreneur, and then also being your own social networker to provide more leads, and you got to receive the phone calls. You got to go out there and do the job, the physical labor, because like you said, it is a blue-collar job. I'm busting my ass. I'm sweating out there, and also too, I'm receiving phone calls while I'm working. So it's like I'm literally doing everything all in one. So it's a little difficult. It's tough, but I get all my strength from the Lord. So with that being said, I'm gonna be okay.
I'll
be all right.
I know you mentioned your parents being a little bit more old school,
Yeah.
like than usual. And so what was their usually like their first reaction when you're like, hey, I'm getting clients off TikTok, off Instagram?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, did they even believe that was even a real thing?
Not to be honest with you, because they're a little of age, so they're not really familiar with how social media works and the platforms that I could use to my advantage to gain more leads and clients. But like with that being said, I got over like 90% of my clients coming through TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, Google business page. And then once I start telling them like, hey, like the more content that I push, the more stuff that I push, showing my work, and then just getting more exposure through TikTok, the more leads that I could get. And I turn them into believers, believe it or not.
Nice. So when you're starting your business and you are talking to your clientele and they're like, okay, why should I pay X amount? And you have my car for 3 to 4 hours,
right,
versus going through this car wash, and I kind of like the way it looked when it come out anyway.
Oh man, there's so many ways I can answer that, but the best way I can answer that is, okay, so for one, I'm a mobile detailer, right? So with that being said, I'm at your convenience. So let's just say you're a mother of 2, you're working from home, and you got the kids and you're working, you're doing your thing. You don't really have a time to go to the car wash and sit there for about like 30, 40 minutes while they detail your car. Cool. I could come straight to your spot. I got my power. I got the sources to provide the 100% of the job on my own. And I'm at your convenience. And on top of that, you're supporting a small business here in the city. You're supporting a small business here in Dallas. And pure quality and pure satisfaction, man.
You pay for what you get.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Proof is definitely in the pudding.
I like that, man. I like
sir.
that. Or the car wash, right?
Yeah.
And then I got my spray, I got my Armor All, I got everything like that.
Not the Armor All.
Right? You say that some of that stuff isn't actually good for your car.
Yeah.
Right? It's not actually good. Explain that and why people shouldn't even be touching products like that.
Okay. I'm gonna try to say this in the most polite, nicest manner, or are we gonna get a little funky today?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna be chill. So there's like certain products out there that I would really personally wouldn't recommend that you use like at a Walmart or AutoZone, O'Reilly's. Really just because it could affect your vinyls, your plastic, your trims, your dashboard, and it's just not really safe. And I don't recommend it because it leaves a nasty finish to it, and then in time it can hurt your interior. So. Over here at AMD, we use top quality, industry grade mobile detailing products that is 100% safe on all interiors, exteriors, and it'll leave your car looking really, really great.
Okay. Selling service. You're out here, you're telling, you're pretty much, giving people, hey, this is the rundown of my quality, you can show them, and things like that. What are some of the downfalls you had? Like, have you ever ran into anybody who won't take your service, and you kind of know why based on the way you look, your race, and anything like that? What are the downsides of being a mobile service?
Some of the downsides of being a mobile detailer are really, to be honest with you, I don't really have, I haven't came across any issues with my profile or like who I am as a person, because you basically see who I am as a person through my videos, through my social media posts. So like naturally people gravitate to that. You know what I mean? And then all the stuff that I push, the clips, the videos, the posts, the captions on my bio, they see what kind of person I am. So they don't really I guess, I never really came across a bad detailer. Everyone that I came across has been solid. The payment of them paying me has always been 100%. I haven't came across no fraudulent activities or nothing like that. I guess some of the downside really is just me just finding more leads, me getting more people to come on board the AMD and the AMD wave, the journey that I got going on right now. Because at the end of the day, the market, it's not saturated, but it's more. It's headed towards okay, I could go down across the street and get a car wash by myself. Why do I need to get you to come to my place to do it?
Especially these days when everything's expensive, bro.
And I get it, I understand. But the thing is, You get pure quality, you get pure satisfaction every single time that I come to your location, every time I come to your car, every time I got to do a detail service for you, you're gonna get top tier quality service. And it's something that I push a lot because I am a small business owner, right? It's just me by myself.
Yeah.
Like I told you earlier, I'm the one that's doing the networking, the promoting, the marketing, the editing on all my logos, my websites, my profiles, and then of course I'm doing the labor work as well. So with all that being said, I take 100%. I guess I take 100% like dedication towards my craft, and the pay and the quality reflects it.
For anybody starting out as like in mobile detailing, what's one of your L's that you took early on? That if you saw a young man or young lady trying to start right now, you'd be like, hey man, you might want to avoid this right here, man.
I think one of the L's that I took in the very beginning is that I was shooting for the moon as far as like the love that I was going to receive towards like certain individuals, and my expectations were just too high. And now it's kind of like I'm just going with the flow. I'm receiving everything for what it is. And then also too, prices. Like the prices in the beginning, I started off low only because I was coming into the game with no experience, no knowledge of the industry, and so I had to like start very low. And with that being said, all those clients in the beginning, they definitely got a bang for the buck because I was out there, for X amount of hours for a low budget price.
Yeah.
But that goes 100% towards my passion towards it as well. Because it's not really always about the money, but it's about the lives and the people they meet across the way, and seeing the joy that they get after a detail. And it's crazy because like I've seen so many people dance. I had one client scream like out of like joy and excitement that I took out 100% of the pet hair, 100% of like some stains that she had in her seat, and it's just like seeing that customer satisfaction after I get done with a detail, and knowing that you did it for her, and that you're gonna have a client for like life, it's just it's hard.
All right, so throughout your journey so far, man, who has been your biggest support system?
My family, straight up, my family, and then of course myself. I gotta be my own cheerleader. I gotta be my own supporter. I got to be my own person that's going to be like, you know what, I don't feel like doing nothing today, but I got to get up and do it because I'm inspiring others as well in my journey.
Because your family, y'all are pretty deep.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like my family's awesome. My family's amazing. I want to change them for the world. And yeah, man, they're the backbone to what I do as well. Because like I said, I want to like do change. I want to inspire people along their journey. Like I said earlier, touching on the spiritual gifts, I feel like everyone has their own gift in their own way. They just got to find it. You know what I mean?
You're the youngest of how many siblings?
I have five sisters and one brother, and I'm the baby of 7. I'm the big baby.
It's a lot of hard-working people. It's a lot of hard-working people right there.
No, yeah, it is, man. It is. Grateful for it.
Your mom and dad, man, like, what do they do?
So my mom's a stay-at-home wife, and my father is a truck driver.
Big truck, 18-wheeler.
He's been doing that since he was like a teenager, like 16, 17. Funny story about him real quick. So my father's dad, my grandpa, he was a truck driver as well in Mexico. And my dad always wanted to follow in his footsteps, but my grandpa was like, no, I don't want you to have this life. I don't want you to do this. I want you to find your own thing and do whatever you want to do. And then my dad, of course, my dad being my dad, he went against the grain and he didn't listen to my grandpa. He's like, no, I want to do what you do. So he ended up doing what he's doing as far as being a truck driver.
Yeah.
He wanted to carry the legacy of my last name and carry the legacy of being a trucker. Now, it fell a little short with me, but, I feel like I said earlier, everyone has their own path, everybody has their own vision, everyone's gonna get a certain calling on what you're supposed to do in your life, and
How many years he been doing this now?
Huh?
How many years he been doing this?
My dad?
Yeah.
He's been
Like,
driving trucks?
yeah, how many years he been driving trucks?
It's like close to like 40 years. Because my dad is like 72, and he started like maybe like 18, 17. So he's been driving trucks.
That man can drive backwards in the dark.
Man, you give him anything when it comes to like a rig, he'll drive it. and he'll drive it to the other side of town and come back, and he'll be ready to go for the next job. It's literally in his blood, man. He loves being out there in the highways. He loves driving the rigs, riding the rigs, and just doing anything that has to do with engines, motors, and trucks. That's his thing.
So the work ethic passed down, just in a different, in a different way. In a different way. That's cool, because your siblings are doing well as well, man. Because it seems like it's just in the Arroyo blood. It's in the Arroyo blood.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like I got like 3 sisters with their own businesses. 2 of them are in real estate. One of them's in the towel and floor industry. And then my other sister, Priscilla, is she works for corporate America. She's part of BOA. Yeah. But she's like up there with BOA. So, and yeah, man. And I'm just the next person following suit.
Are there any business, anybody in the business world, even not necessarily in mobile detailing, that you kind of look up to? You kind of base your actions kind of off of.
Yeah. Shout out to Top Class Mobile Detailing out of California. Shout out James. Shout out to Perfect Detail USA. He's over there in Florida. Shout out to JT Mobile Detailing. Jessica Tran. She's over there in Cali. And MJ Detail. So those are a few guys and girls that I look up to when it comes to detailing. I actually got inspired by Perfect Detail USA.
Yeah.
I got inspired by him, and then just seeing his work and what he's doing and the progress and the movement. I got inspired by that. So, with that being said, like I want to inspire the next generation or the next person that wants to take that leap of faith into not just mobile detailing, but in like anything that they want to do in life. You know what I mean? Just take that leap of faith, man. Do the planning, execute on your plans, and create it, and just do it.
Dude, I tell everybody, man.
That's where it's at.
I tell everybody, I learned everything from YouTube and all this other stuff, man.
It's YouTube University and different forums on the internet, like the Reddit and like stuff like that. And you just gotta do your due diligence, man. You know what I mean? Like it's so easily you can access it like in the palm of your hands. Just type it in on your phone, pop open your laptop, your computer, and just da-da-da-da-da. This is what I want to. This is what I want to learn. This is what I want to get into. This is the trade. This is the business, and then just execute, bro. Like,
how has your mindset changed now that you're a business owner and you're relying 100% on your skills to get you paid? How does that change your mind, like financially and socially, when it comes to like going out? Maybe some of the things you used to do.
It has changed a lot. I had to do a lot of sacrifices to get to where I'm at today. I know I had to detach with my old self to fulfill my new purpose and my new duties for my future self. And it's just like I gotta X out a lot of things that are no longer a service to me no more. But like I said, you learn certain things about yourself, and for the stuff that I want to do within my business, I knew I had to cut out a lot of old stuff. So definitely a lot of sacrifices that happened, a lot of sacrifices that I had to do. But
like hanging out, going out, doing certain things.
There's some weekends where my phone is on do not disturb. Don't call me, don't text me. I'm chilling.
Now has that
I
changed?
Can't be out there right now.
Now do you feel like that changes because a lot of people know that, hey, all I have to do is just make it to work on Monday and I'm guaranteed. And with you, it's just like I have to make work on Monday.
And that's the scary thing about entrepreneurship is that a lot of people don't understand. Like there's some weeks that I have like $2,000 weeks, which is awesome. And then there's some weeks where I have $200 weeks. And it's like, lower, like it's like skyrocketing, it's really good, it's great, it's amazing. And then the other week is just very low. And it's like, I can't do some of the things that I used to do like back in the day. Because when I was getting that weekly check, that weekly income that came in, like for sure every week, life was good, life was all right. But I knew in the beginning there was gonna be a lot of like hardship, sacrifices that I had to do and make, but I'll make it work.
Yeah. Are you your circle, right? We all have our closest homeboys, homegirls, things like that. And there's a constant, I guess you could say, saying that the people closest to you often don't become your clients, So when you was talking about expectations earlier, and you mentioned like, hey, maybe my expectations are too high. A lot of times the people that are closest to us, a lot of times people closest to us aren't the ones that we're servicing.
Unfortunately, that is very true. If you guys don't believe me, open up a business and let me know within the first month how many close friends you got coming close to you to get your services or whatever you provide for your business. It's the unfortunate hard truth about creating a business. It just doesn't happen like that. I mean, like, yeah, in the beginning you might get like a little support with what you're doing, but like for the most part, don't set so much like high expectations on your closest friends or your friends or your family members to support or just rock with you with what you're doing, because it's a shot, you know what I mean? Whenever you start something from the scratch, from the bottom, and you're trying to shoot it up to the moon, a lot of people are gonna scratch their heads and they're gonna look at you a little oddly. But if you're moving by faith, you're pushing what God is pushing you to do, you're gonna come out on top. You're gonna be victorious. It's just gonna take a little bit of time. You know what I mean? It's gonna be delayed gratification is what I like to say, and delayed gratification is real. But yeah, man, you just gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep faith.
On your slow weeks, right?
Yeah.
On the weeks that, hey, you know, all right, I may have a little bit of this, but it's not really what I was expecting. What do you do to either hustle to make it up, or what do you cut back on a lot of times to kind of even that out? Like, what's like your plan B on your slow weeks?
On my slow weeks, when it comes to just detailing, I try to create content to push across all my platforms to get me more exposure for my brand. That's really what I do on my slow weeks, to be honest with you. My slow weeks, my slow days, because there's really no off days if you really think about it. Like, just because I'm not detailing one day, like I'm not out there on the field doing labor work, I'm behind my laptop, I'm behind my computer, I'm creating flyers, I'm creating logos, I'm creating special promo ads that's for my clients, and then also too, I'm pushing out more videos, man. That's the name of the game. How much content can you push to all your people, to all your followers, to let them know that, you know, what I'm doing and what I'm pushing is for real, it's serious, and I'm all about like 100% pure quality and pure satisfaction. What's up, everybody? This is Chris with Arroyo's Mobile Detailing, and I'm the owner of my detailing business. So today is gonna start a wonderful journey of my first video. I'm gonna bring you guys alongside with me. So buckle down, get strapped up, and get ready for the show.
So you work from the inside out or outside in?
It really depends on the, well, for one, the weather, and also to the condition of the inside and the outside. So for here, it was pretty bad on the inside. And so I went ahead and started out with the inside. And as you can see, like on the outside as well, it's pretty beat up. So one thing about the winter time is that you can be a little bit more susceptible to getting your vehicle a little bit more dirtier. You see all underneath here, up there, all this as well.
So I saw you using your, was that a drill brush you said? Yeah. So what's the difference between that and just vacuuming?
So basically, for here, what I do is I do my initial vacuum, which will lift up any of the dirt and debris that's caught onto the top layer of the fibers. And then secondly, I would come through with my drill brush. I do a crosshatch pattern on it, and it'll basically bring up the debris and the dirt to the top layer, make it way more easier to vacuum.
All right, man, so what's the toughest material to clean out when you're doing these seats and stuff?
So when it comes to the upholstery, to be honest, anything is kind of easy whenever you have the right products. So for me, I would say the most difficult, to be honest, would probably be fabric, only because it is a little bit more steps, and you got to start from the most least abrasive to the most toughest abrasive, because it can be very delicate. So yeah, it'll probably have to be fabric. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my steamer for the upholstery and the carpets. So one thing, a little quick tip, whenever you're using a steamer, it's always good to put a towel on the nose of it and then lock it in with a rubber band. And whenever you're in there and you're actually steaming, it's collecting all the dirt and the debris onto this towel, and you're not putting it right back onto the carpet or fabric.
All right, man, out of all the customer service type of jobs you could have did, why car detailing, bro?
Why car detailing? Well, for one, the freedom. At the end of the day, I am an entrepreneur. I am a person that works for myself,
I'm not underneath the totem pole of anyone, and I'm not underneath the structure by a manager or, you know, a boss or anything like that. I am my own boss. So that's for one. For two, it's very therapeutic for me. I love, you know, just cleaning and detailing, and I love the satisfaction of my customers whenever they see their vehicle at the end of the day. It leaves a good little feeling in my heart knowing that, you know, my work is getting recognized, and the feedback that I'm getting from my supporters to my followers to everyone, it's very, very, very satisfying for me. So I have a lot more other reasons too, but those are the main ones, to be honest.
So you don't use Armor All, dog?
Armor All.
You don't use. All right, I got two containers in the car right now.
Throw them away, bro. All right, guys, just a little quick tip to all my mobile detailers. Don't be afraid to get inside the vehicle, because at the end of the day, you have to get into every crack, every crevice in here. For example, this is a 2-door coupe. I'm 6 feet tall. Yes, am I comfortable? No. Do I gotta do it to make it look good? Yes. So at the end of the day, you have to make ends meet, and you just gotta, you know, get in here and get a little dirty. So a little tip real quick. If you have these little cup holders, and these are very notorious for, like, you know, soda spills, coffee spills, a lot of grime gets caught up. Yes, you could take a detail brush too, but also I do recommend if you have a drill brush with an extender, go ahead and do this real quick. It really gets in there. All right, guys, so for cleaning my windows, my process is I use Sprayway glass cleaner, and then I use a waffle weave towel for the windows, and then that's for the initial contact. Then I follow through with a second towel to make it look very nice. And also too, guys, for all my detailers, a few spots that are forgotten are the visors, little mirrors. Make sure to get all this because people do use this. Just wrapping up the inside. I'm gonna do one more final vacuum, windows, and door jams. Good to go.
What's a door jam?
So this will be the door jam right here. It really doesn't get no love. All this, all here, all through here.
You ain't lying, it don't get no love.
Also, all this right here. So that's the door jams. And if you're a mobile detailer, you must always include this in your package, because when they open this door, they're gonna see all that. They're gonna be like, how come the inside is clean, the outside is clean, but this isn't? So you always gotta include door jam. I had to find out the hard way about putting air fresheners without asking the clients. Some people are very sensitive to smells. They don't like it majority of the time whenever you just do something out of your own will. Thinking you're going in there with a good conscious mind, just putting some air freshener. But just a little tip, ask your client if they want it or not, because they are sensitive to smell, they are allergic to some smells, and it's always good to just be safe. Alright, so I just finished up the inside. On my process for the wheel and tires, I always start off with a pretty good solid pre-rinse. As you can see, these wheels are pretty bad. Brake dust is pretty caked on here, and also the undercarriage is pretty bad as well. It's gonna go ahead and get a good pre-rinse, and I'll follow through with my wheel cleaner and my APC. And just because it's a little bit more caked on, I have super clean as well. And I gotta be a little bit more soft with this style of rim, the glossy rims, especially the black ones, can't use anything that's very harsh as far as like a stiff brush or a stiff bristle, because you can leave scratches. So this is actually really soft. Alright, so little quick tip for all detailers out there. One thing that I like to do, and I kind of stress this a lot to other people as well, I look at water. I look at the water behavior on the clear coat of the paint. As we can see, it is flatline. It is flatline water, which flatline represents, it means that it's not protected. So when your vehicle is not protected, you're a lot more susceptible to like dirt, grime, and everything that you could get on the streets of Dallas. Alright guys, so I just finished up with the APC rinse. Now I'm about to follow through with the foam action. Alright, so we're gonna see some bead action. Come take a look. See the beads?
Yep.
It means it's protected. It's no more flatline behavior that we were getting earlier prior to the detail.
Glossy.
So far, it's been an amazing journey. I met a lot of great people along the way, really supportive cast, and my family has been really supportive for me. And at the end of the day, if you put Christ first, you put God first, and you have family that supports you, you can do anything that you want to do.